Okay, so one of my all-time favorite exercises is the hip thrust. And so it's pretty much, it's just like a bridge, but you're now moving through a deeper range of motion. So you're gonna start by getting up against either, a couch, a bench, some surface that's relatively mid-height, and you have your shoulder blades resting against it. I like to hook right underneath my shoulder blades, and then you have your feet spaced apart, hip width apart. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna tighten up the core and drive up through the glutes. I can point right there, through here. So go ahead and arch your back. So I'm gonna do it wrong. Good, so what you don't want is don't extend too high so that now she's going up through her back, not as much through her glutes. So keeping that core tight as she thrusts upward, making that nice tabletop position. Get a good squeeze of those glutes and back down. You notice that she's moving very still and neutral through her spine. So as she comes down with her hips, her shoulders come up. So she's perfectly still and stable through her spine. The only thing that's moving is the hip joint. She's getting a really good hip hinge. To do it incorrectly is if you were up here and you start to lower, and you only lower your hips, but look, her shoulders stay in, so she's arching severely through her back, which is a no-no. Couple of things that you could do with your head to make a modification there. A lot of people will sometimes complain of holding their head is tiring. So if you want, you can either cradle your head in your hands, and you want to keep that chin tucked to your chest throughout. You can also have them out on the mat beside you. Is another choice. Or you can grab a pillow of some kind, put a little support behind. That way, every time you lift, you get a little bit of a reprieve from holding your head. So that works as well. You can also add a band around your knees to add a little bit of hip abduction challenge. And that is your hip thrust.